Hello, guys and gals, me Mudahar, and boy oh boy, I'm about to crap on Sony just like I really wanted to, okay? I'm about to designate some poo on them. Ladies and gentlemen, the PlayStation Portal, okay? Now, I know that we've talked about this in the past, but for those of you who don't know, it's this cool little tablet with basically a goddamn controller, a PS5 DualSense, chopped in half, Cooking Mama style, slapped on the side with duct tape. And I'm supposed to be, like, excited, okay? Ooh, boy, let's get ready. Now, this is the new portable device by Sony, and as somebody that's a fan of portable Sony devices, this is the PlayStation Vita, okay? Also, in my opinion, known as the greatest handheld made by human beings. There have been people that have theorized this was crafted by God himself. The first OLED handheld, okay? Some of the best PlayStation games, you know, the best portable ones, dropped right onto this device. This was absolutely, completely destroyed by Sony, okay? Let me give you an exact history of this. Back when they were releasing the PS Vita, they priced the memory on this, no onboard memory as far as I remember, on these first-gen devices. You had to buy memory cards separately. Sony was absolutely destroying people financially when it came to the price for, the price ratio for memory, okay? They were basically gouging the hell out of their audiences. And that's one of the things that kind of ruined the PS Vita, the amount of requirement on proprietary nonsense and basically price gouging people for a gaming console that was never going to sell as much as the Nintendo 3DS. Yeah, that's just a blatant matter of fact, okay? You're never gonna win against Nintendo when they got Pokemon, they got Fire Emblem, they got Mario. Dog, just be glad people are buying this. And this had probably one of the most hardcore communities. I made a whole video talking about hacking this device right here. But before we get into it, we're gonna look at Sony's new portable device, okay, and why it's dog water. So again, the PlayStation Portal is not a device that you can natively play games on like the Vita. No, this actually has its own games. This is a streaming tablet for the PlayStation 5. So first off, I want to go over IGN's review of this situation and just sort of laugh at some of them, okay? So this is the PlayStation Portal review by IGN. It's got, it's getting a little ratioed if you catch my drift. Let's hit play and see exactly just what they talk about this device.
By the PlayStation Portal, Sony's small screen remote play solution for the PS5. With remote play already working great on tablets and phones, and controller solutions like the Backbone designed specifically for playing console games remotely, the Portal seems like a solution to a problem no one had. Why spend $200 on a single-purpose device when there are much cheaper solutions already available? And yet, after spending time with the PlayStation Portal, I gotta say, this thing rules.
All right, this thing rules. Now, remember what he said? Just right there are cheaper solutions. You can buy a Backbone controller for, any handheld system, whether it be like an iPhone or an Android device. I don't have a Backbone. I bought a cheaper, like, Razer Kishi. And basically, the whole idea is you extend this, you slap in your phone, and you can play phone games, but you can access remote play or even Xbox cloud streaming and play games remotely, which is actually something I've done for games like Yakuza Like a Dragon, okay? When you gotta grind for that true Millennium Tower shit, sometimes it's a matter of sitting down, putting on a TV show, and just whipping out the old remote play and doing those mindless grinds away from your system, okay? That's one of the only reasons I whipped out remote play. Generally, I just play games on the TV anyways. Now, this product was effectively made with about half the price, so $139 Canadian, $99 for Americans, okay? But again, going back to the PlayStation Pro, one of the points that hit me was this. Listen to this one right here.
To visit at least once per month. I'd hope to test its performance on public Wi-Fi, but this was a total bust. Dunkin', like many chains, airports, libraries, hotels, and other locations offering guest Wi-Fi, requires you to visit a website and acknowledge its terms of service before allowing you onto their network. And the Portal has no web browser to allow such an interaction.
What? You're telling me for how much is this thing again? Let me actually look up the PlayStation Portal's price. Wait a minute. Wait. No web browser? Hold up there, Chief. go. $269. Yes, that's Canadian. All right, do the translation to American in your head. You tell me I'm paying $269 for a device that doesn't even have internet browser access? Yeah, you can't even access things like Netflix, watch YouTube videos, do anything. And of course, IGN, being IGN, decided, even with all of those shortcomings, they would give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, you know, when you don't have a web browser in 2023, when grandma's vibrator can access your bank statements at this point, that's pretty embarrassing, okay? But what am I going to take seriously? The same site that gives the Steam Deck 7 out of 10. First off, bro, this thing natively runs the games. This thing just remote streams them, and somehow they're getting 8 out of 10. So at this moment in time, I decided to screw the mainstream journalist websites and go right to my YouTuber friends, okay? So here's a beat 'em up, all right, Wood Hawker. He's showcasing the PlayStation Portal, all right? But I'm going to show you the good video first, okay? I don't want to show you the bad one. Now, immediately, it looks pretty damn good, all right? It looks like it's getting some actual proper, connections. Because, again, it depends on what your home Wi-Fi situation looks like. But obviously, he's playing the game, and it looks pretty damn smooth. I'm not actually even noticing a whole lot of choppiness, nor am I seeing a lot of compression stuff. Granted, this is a internet video, so it's already kind of compressed. But then Wood here tells us that he's getting mixed results. He's sitting in the exact same place and he cannot get a connection anymore. Look at the quality. Dog, this thing is running like a PowerPoint presentation. What is going on here? They couldn't even perfect the Wii U tablet. They couldn't. Yeah, you know the Wii U tablet, the shit that came out 2011? Yeah, granted, back then that was a 480p video feed being sent over wireless to a Wii U tablet. But at least it worked. This is 2023, and we can't even get the PS5 to communicate directly to the device like the Nintendo Wii U did to its tablet with a strong, proper connection. It's insane to see this actually play out the way that it has. And of course, that's not the only situation. There's other gameplay benefit. There's other gameplay feeds that you can watch where the game looks relatively smooth, but yes, it does get choppy. And that's, again, a pretty big problem. When you're paying this premium for a product, you shouldn't be playing Spider-Man 2 like an integrated graphics processor back in the olden days. Come on now. And here's my favorite for Horizon Forbidden West. This dude's trying to, navigate around town while Aloy is operating at, 10 frames a second at times. That's not good, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this is at somebody's home. This isn't even at an airport or a coffee shop where you're playing it remotely over the internet, which begs the question, why even bother there? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a several $100 device, which, again, people are kind of comparing in a way to the Nintendo Switch, the Steam Deck. This is not just $269, okay there? This is also, you gotta add in the fact that you're buying a PlayStation 5 as well, too. So if you go to the cheapest PlayStation console right now you're looking at what, $642 at Best Buy? Okay, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is this amount of money added with the PlayStation Portal. Clearly an overly expensive device for no reason. Now, the reason I'm talking about against it is that as a fan, as somebody that has loved Sony's portable editions, this is, I swear to God, I feel like this is something that Sony made just so they can say, yeah, see, nobody likes portable systems anymore. They do. Look, portable gaming is all in the rage now. People play Steam Decks. People play Nintendo Switches. People play games like Resident Evil Village on their fucking phone now. You know why? Because we are busy people. Because sometimes it's a lot cozier to lay in your bed or sit on your couch, whip out a goddamn Steam Deck, and play some Mass Effect 2. You know why? Because it's cozy. Because it's relaxing. Because you can just close it anywhere in the middle and walk away. Yeah, there's a big push for handheld gaming out there. Steam Deck isn't successful because Valve is great. It's one pillar. It's successful because up until then, the only person providing that service was the Nintendo Switch. Valve just came in and provided their service for a lot of people that wanted that gap filled. Do you want to play Yakuza Like a Dragon cozy in the palm of your hands? Yeah, it doesn't look as good as something natively on the PS5. It doesn't run at a higher resolution. It doesn't run at 60 frames locked. but it's cozy and it runs well enough for you to relax. And if you do want to play it on a big system, you can just sync your save file to a PC and play it there. In fact, even when it comes to the PlayStation Portal, I'm not joking with you, by installing a tool known as Chiaki, I'm able to remote play into my own PlayStation 5 and experience the PlayStation Portal at a better standard than whatever Sony seems to be providing. Look, at the end of the day, the thing that really burns me about this too is for this price tag, I could honestly hope that Sony would have tried to make a PlayStation 4 portable in a way. Look, the PlayStation 4 is an amazing system and it still has relevancy to this day. And I think it would have been cool for them to take the PlayStation 4's, processor and maybe find a way to downscale it and have it run in a portable fashion for this device. Sure, the battery life wouldn't have been crazy, but to play games like God of War Ragnarok, even if it is the PS4 version, even if you wanted to play games like Horizon Forbidden West, even if it is the PS4 version, because it's an 8-inch screen, it'll still look amazing. And you can still have an amazing time playing an old generation of PlayStation on this device. And honestly, I'm surprised Sony didn't even dig into the PS1 archive, the PS2 archive, and somehow allow players to download those games onto this tablet and play them when they don't have an internet connection. That shit would have added value. And if Sony had went down that route, I would have been all for this system. But they didn't. They just made a fucking streaming tablet with two goddamn, they took a DualSense, chopped it in half, duct taped it to the sides, and called it a day. And apparently, PlayStation fans are supposed to suck this up like no tomorrow. Even on eBay, there have been scalpers who have bought this goddamn trash product and are now selling it for $325. If you are dumb enough to buy this product, even scalped or unscalped, there is no helping you. And I know that there's going to be people in the audience that say, but Muda, somebody else needs to use my television as well too. Maybe we should talk about scheduling fucking TV time, okay? And even if that's the case, a backbone controller and your smartphone is a much cheaper option. And honestly, according to the quality of this device, it might even run better. Yeah, if you're going to spend this kind of money on this, you might as well buy a Switch. You might as well buy a Steam Deck. Because this without a PlayStation 5 is an utterly useless device. You can't even watch YouTube videos on a streaming tablet. Come on now. It is insane. When I look at the PlayStation Vita, the amount of effort Sony put into this device is paramount. They made actual unique games from some of their biggest IPs over to this device. There was a period in late PlayStation 3 where you could actually buy PlayStation 3 games and they would make Vita versions of those games like Sly Cooper 4. And you could play that, cross-sync between your devices. This, you could play Metal Gear Solid 3 on an OLED before the days of the Switch OLED. This is a device that not only allowed you to play Vita games, but it had a slew of PlayStation 1 games that you could play. You could play tons of PSP titles. The value that it provided was insane. And because of how much effort Sony put into the PS Vita, and by their own actions, they caused this thing to fail. I would hope that the PlayStation Portal would have been an attempt to create a portable gaming device. I really think Sony could have succeeded with the brand power they had now to really challenge Nintendo and create a portable PlayStation device that people could have flocked to. But it is what it is, man. Sony dropped the ball, and I'm passionate about it. Honestly, if you want to spend any of your goddamn money, just buy a PlayStation Vita used. Buy it used. I have a video on my channel that I still think is relevant to this day for hacking a PlayStation Vita, and if it's not, I'll buy a Vita right now, and I'll just hack a Vita for you on camera. Because let me tell you something right now, this is 1,000,000 times more worth, more bang for your buck than whatever Sony's throwing up onto the store now, whatever slop they're selling hardware-wise. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mudahar, and as sad as it is, I know that this device has already, sold out. I could only imagine that they don't make too many of these. It's probably a very niche product. But look, at the end of the day, there's resellers, there's scalpers for this device, but I think anybody that genuinely who wants to enjoy proper remote play, there's cheaper, better options that exist. Again, Chiaki remote streaming and a Steam Deck immediately kill any hype you could have for this product. That said though, this is me, Mudahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe, just like if you dislike it, am out.